Ecclesiastes. One morning in May, Elijah, having prayed his morning prayers, was walking in the forest. Spring was in full bloom. Birds were chirping, bees were buzzing, angel trees were budding, and Elijah was humming. He sat at the foot of an Esther tree to rest. "Esther, can you believe I survived this winter? You know, right before I met you, I had made a life plan for myself. I was going to be a big shot partner in a Toronto Bay Street firm. I was going to own a Ferrari. I was going to be super rich. And then, I met you and you had to come and ruin everything." Elijah burst out laughing. He thought of how happy he was sitting under his Esther tree talking to his Esther. He sobered up very quickly at the thought of what his life would have looked like had he not met Esther. He shuddered. He would have had everything he wanted. He would have achieved anything he had put his mind to. He thought of his pursuit of wealth, status, fame. He thought of how cold and meaningless his life would have been. Vanity of vanities. All is vanity. He played out the rest of his life based on his original fallen trajectory. Loneliness, emptiness, dissatisfaction, always grasping for more, never satisfied. Then he shuddered the moment he pictured his own death and his ultimate encounter with God. Elijah had a deep, deep reverence and fear of God, the good kind of fear. He knew that all would stand before God's throne and give an account of their lives. Each soul would stand in the light of their Creator, nothing to hide behind. It felt like a metaphorical, cold bucket of ice water emptied on his head. It was there that he asked his future self, what he called Dead Elijah, to speak to him from his vantage point. "Dead Elijah, what advice would you give me?" Dead Elijah answered, "Vanities of vanities. All is vanity. Only love escapes vanity. Nothing else. Only love will stand. You see, death is the great equalizer. When the sons of Adam pursue anything but God, they will find that it is like chasing the wind, trying to grasp an illusion." The Hebrew word for vanity is havel. Actually, at its root, it means smoke or vapor. Pursuing anything but love is like chasing after a vapor. Meaningless, intangible, of no essence, for it is only God who is. What shall it profit a son of Adam if he gains the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what will a son of Adam give in exchange for his soul? Smoke, all a vapor, all an illusion. Elijah understood on the one hand that he had been spared this vanity because of Esther's sacrifice. Her love was truly not in vain. He would make sure of that. On the other hand, he understood how one tiny, minuscule shift in direction would cause his trajectory to end in utter vanity, outer darkness, gnashing of teeth. Only love escapes vanity. Everything else is hovel of vapor. Elijah fell asleep at the foot of his Esther tree. The great archangel tree called Michael towered over him. He dreamt of a man. He was slender, tall. He had a headdress made of eagle feathers. He seemed to be standing in a different forest, a forest that had many more Enoch trees than the one Elijah was in. He looked at him and smiled, motioning with his hand for him to come closer. He seemed to be an important leader of a First Nations tribe. His eyes were filled with wisdom, his face kind, every wrinkle beckoning him to draw close. Elijah all of a sudden found himself transported into the other forests. Dreams to those who are perishing seem only to be machinations of a sleeping brain, illogical and impossible. For those who are not perishing, dreams seem to operate on a much more concrete reality. Elijah will understand this much later. The elder spoke. "Come, Elijah, come and see how your father Adam lived. For we, the red people, are a soft people who have kept the old ways. Come, learn to be earth among us." This dream repeated itself 2 more times. 3 times in total. 3 equals confirmation. Elijah woke up. An incredible peace had come into his heart. All he could see was the face of the elder. He couldn't explain why, but he knew that this elder spoke to him with love. Elijah needed to find him. His dream was not hovel. It was much more concrete than any Ferrari out there. Elijah decided that he needed to receive the Eucharist before he went off to find the elder. He decided that a Wednesday morning liturgy would be best. He fired up Greg and took him to church. He was quickly reminded by the Tantisat church that his appearance was, well, not normal. He heard whispers. "Is that Sally's son? Haram. He must be crazy. I hope he doesn't hurt us. What is he doing here?" The whispers were drowned out by the most powerful hymn in the Orthodox Church. "Christ is risen from the dead. trampling down death by death, upon those in the tombs, bestowing life. And then it dawned on him, Christ's death was not in vain. It was Christ and not Esther who had given his life for him. Sure, Esther conformed herself to him, but it was his life that defeated death. Christ's death conquered everything. Vanity had no chance. Elijah received the Eucharist. Concrete, nothing like a vapor. Nothing. Only love escapes vanity. Only love. Elijah smiled at the taunts. His heart loved them. He left Ottawa in search of the beautiful elder.